Hey gang, this is Mike with my real estate dojo, and today I want to do a topic about capital control. Now, I try to present this idea to my mom, what is capital control and how it could affect her and her life savings, but she didn't want to believe it. She said, no, we live in the best country, America, and that's not going to happen here. And that's why I want to make this video, is because me and you, we live in the best country ever, so we don't think crazy things can happen here. But if you just look around the world, the stuff that CNN and NBC and all these other media doesn't talk about is, for example, capital control. In Greece, 2015, what happened is that me and you would have money in our banking accounts and our savings. We went to sleep, we got up, we went to the ATM or we went to the bank and we tried to withdraw, let's say $100, and we couldn't. And because of capital control, the Greece government basically froze your money, or if you happen to live in Greece, your money, and you couldn't withdraw it out from the government or from the banking system because of the government. So what happened is that the government only allowed the banking system, first of all, to close down for 20 days. So if you didn't have any money in your pocket and you want to buy some food, you're shit out of luck. Number two, when the banking system opened up, it would only allow you to roughly take about $53 of US dollars every day to live. So you could only have $53. So it doesn't matter if you just live by yourself or you have 4 kids, you could only take $53 per person. So what that means is people went to sleep, they woke up, and their government had robbed them of their wealth overnight, just like this. And the reason for that is because of fiat currency and all the debt that produces with fiat currency in Greece. And now that's something that you may not have heard about, and I surely didn't know about, so I studied gold heavily. That right now, in this current time, there is countries that are going belly up, and then the government is taking the people's money and is now allowing the people to go out there and deposit their hard-earned savings from the bank. Now that's pretty crazy. And when I told my mom about this, she didn't want to believe it. She said, no, this can't be happening. We live in the best country ever. But the problem is that we have so much debt in America, okay? And we're producing so much debt. And that causes 2 things. Number one, because our money is fiat-based, that means that we could just keep printing it out. But the problem is that Mother Nature, there's only a certain amount of limited resources there. Well, we're printing out money like crazy, but there's only a limited amount of resources in nature. So we're just destroying nature because we have the newest gadget, the newest phone, the newest car, and they keep coming with new upgrades. Instead of fixing it and improving it, we have to get the newest product, which now robs Mother Nature. But number 2 point, what happens is because we're printing so much fiat money is that inflation. What is inflation? You know, a lot of times we read about inflation, we're like, oh, whatever. But not until I studied gold that I realized that inflation robs you of your youth, robs you of your money, of your power, of your time. Why? Let's say you have to work 40 hours and you make $100, and your $100 buys 5 items. 5 years later, you work 40 hours and you still make $500, but now your $100 only buys 4 items or 3 items. So what that means is you're working this many hours to make $100, but your purchasing power decreases over time, which means that the Federal Reserve and Uncle Sam are robbing us of our youth and our time, because we have to work this much to be able to buy less and less product. And you can just go back to when I was in high school when gas was 89 cents a gallon. Now it's like $3 to $4 for the same exact gas. So what I was telling my mom is, Mom, don't put all your money into the bank because it doesn't make any sense, because A, they're only giving you no interest rate, and if they are, like less than a point. B, the bank's able to use your money to lend out to other people, which allows them to make shitload of money. But 3, if there's any kind of crisis happening, the bank will freeze your account up and you're not going to have any access to funds. And that's what's already happened in Greece. And if you look back in history, when the Great Depression hit, when the US economy went down, the federal government seized the wealth of the people through the gold seizing, where you were forced to give your gold to the government, and the government will give you paper dollars. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that today's economy is based with all the other countries. It's not like back in the days in the 80s, 19th centuries or 18th centuries where US was based with the US. Today's US economy is based with China, based with Russia, based with Iran, everywhere. And a lot of the countries like China, like Russia, are not believing the US dollar anymore. And they're trading their US dollars for gold, which means that your money and my money is having less belief system. And since our money is based on fiat, which has no value, it's not backed by gold or oil, it's just nothing, it's just psychological belief system. If people around the world don't start valuing or having the belief system or money's going down, then the value of our money goes down and our purchasing power decreases. And when that happens, chaos may happen, especially since we have so much debt. And what that can do is two things. Makes the government rob you of your wealth by seizing your money. And two, the Federal Reserve printing out more money to compensate for the crisis, which means again it's robbing you of your wealth again, because now you have to work more to buy what you used to purchase before. So simply put, guys, don't put all your money into the bank, because 2015, March 15, the debt crisis of America is going to hit the ceiling, and we got to find a solution. And if the federal government cannot find a solution, the government will shut down, which will cause major panic all across the markets. And we may see government capital control in America. One other thing I want to talk about inflation is that in America we haven't seen really hardcore inflation. I came in Iran where there was so much inflation that you would need a barrel bag to carry your money to go buy a pound of fucking chicken. So if you want to buy a pound of chicken, you would have to pile all this money into this wheelbarrow, take it down to your local store to fucking buy 1 ounce of chicken. And the same thing is happening in America, but we don't understand it, because when I was in high school, I would only need 89 cents to get 1 gallon of gas. Now I need $4 to get the same gallon of gas. And since the last crash, we just print out so much more money. So the point I'm trying to make is, you can't watch CNN, you can't watch Fox News and try to get your information. You have to be a prudent consumer. You have to research places where the central banking system don't have their dirty hands into it. Because just like Greece, me and you are thinking everything's okay, and then tomorrow we wake up, we go to our bank to withdraw our money, and we can't. So that's why I recommend that you guys buy, or for my own family, I recommend that they put some of their money into gold, take some of their cash out of the bank, and not leave everything into the bank, because if something crazy happens and the federal government demands the central banking system to shut down, and they do capital control where you can only have 50 bucks a day or 100 bucks a day, can you really live off that? Just think about that. Anyways, guys, don't want to scare anybody. This is the information that I'm learning, and I'm definitely taking proper action to protect myself and my family, and I just want to share that with you. If you guys like these videos, please like, please share, please comment, and tell your friends and family about them. See you later, gang.